Well, staying with Lithuania, residents of Lithuania's capital Vilnius rushed into underground shelters after the Defense Ministry sent out a drone alert on mobile phones, which we just talked about. For nearly an hour, the city grinds to a halt. Flights in Vilnius International Airport are suspended. Trains stop running. Air raid sirens fuel panic across the NATO member state. Lithuanian president, prime minister and lawmakers were rushed into shelters as authorities track a radar signal in Belarusian airspace with characteristics typical of an unmanned aerial vehicle.
This is the reality. There is a war near us. Military drones are flying near the territory of Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and, given the increased threat to the security of our citizens, we must inform citizens.
Amid the drone scare, there was a lighter moment too. People were singing happy birthday in a Vilnius shelter. Well, the incident lasted about an hour and the air warning has since been lifted. Air and train traffic have resumed. This alarm was the first in an EU and NATO member country since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, which began in 2022, to trigger an order for the population. On previous occasions, political leaders were ushered into bunkers following a drone alert last year, but not the general population. The alarm comes just today after a NATO fighter jet shoots down a suspected Ukrainian drone over Estonia, deepening fears across the Baltic region. Ukraine has stepped up long-range drone attacks on Russia, including around the Baltic Sea. Since March, several Ukrainian military drones have strayed into the airspace of NATO members like Finland, Latvia, Lithuania and Estonia, which all borders Russia. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte says the alliance's response to the Estonia incident had been calm, decisive and proportionate.
Just yesterday, as part of NATO's Baltic air policing, Romanian F-16s downed a drone over Estonia. This was a Ukrainian drone, but it wouldn't have been there but for Russia's aggression. The key is that NATO's air defenses were effective, yet again, and we will continue to improve our capacity to address any threat to our territory or to our people.
The Baltic countries, all strong backers of Ukraine, have blamed the drone incidents on Moscow. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the Russian military was closely monitoring the situation regarding drones flying through the Baltic states' airspace and was formulating an appropriate response. The Lithuanian government had been criticized after earlier drone sightings and incursions from Belarus for failing to issue alerts. Several Russian or Ukrainian drones have crashed in Lithuania as well as in Estonia and Latvia, though they have not caused serious damage or casualties. Latvia's Prime Minister, however, lost her job in a political row over drones crash landing in her country.